You know what I'm going to ask?
Take it away.
We're filming?
Yes.
All right. We have the camera rolling today.
Yep.
We're back for episode 2. We're back in the Speed Dome here in Perth. Beautiful setting. It is about 41 degrees in Perth, which makes it about 45 degrees out here today.
That's how it works, yeah.
Bit of a warm one, but we'll be going quick with that speed.
Yep.
But yeah, we're here to do some solo drop-ins, 450 metre efforts, probably the most length that we've done in 6 months on the track, which isn't really saying much, being only 450 metres. But yeah, starting to move into a bit of a taper now, freshening up just a little bit for racing next week. We take off to Brisbane on Saturday, so last couple of training sessions, put in the final touches on the short preparation that we've had leading in to this comp, and yeah, feeling good. Looking forward to getting across there and ripping in a few last efforts before we head off. How are you feeling, mate?
Yeah, 2 450 metre efforts. Yes, most length I've done. I don't think I've done anything over 200 metres since I've been back on the bike about 4 weeks ago, so this is going to be fun because I'm fat and unfit, so we'll just suffer through today and that'll be okay. And then yeah, off to Brisbane next week. So today is just kind of open the lungs up a little bit because I haven't done anything like this kind of length in a while. So yeah, we'll just go through today, 2 efforts, just execute each one, just take them as they come, and again a chance for me to transition to bars, which again I haven't done since literally Paris. So again, just opportunity to kind of do that today. And yeah, that's it. We'll go rip these efforts.
Yeah, sweet. See you up there.
Cool.
I'm a bit rusty. I forgot that we were putting the mics on for the efforts. I was like, oh, we're done.
Tickle your neck.
Yeah. Ready to rock and roll.
That's it. Alright, effort 1.
Let's get up there and have some fun.
That's it, mate. That's what it's about. Us. Yep. Alright, 2. Yep. Lap. Yep. And go! Down! Lung closer.
Yeah. Chest.
Asthma's fucked. Oops, shouldn't swear.
What's that?
Shouldn't swear.
It's alright.
Just cut it out.
It's real, it's raw.
Felt like a bucking bull to me.
What's that?
It felt like a bucking bull.
Yeah. Bit of a UFC match on the front.
A little bit. All right, shall we?
Yep.
All right, another effort.
All right.
Lungs are recovered now.
Well and truly open or closed.
Closed, mine are closed. Asthma got me, but we're all good.
Yeah.
I can breathe.
Keep on pushing.
Cool.
We just keep moving forward every single effort. We've got enough experience coming back from competitions and building back in and
Yeah,
finding the feet, so every effort's going to get better and better.
Exactly right.
So,
All right, one more to execute. Let's go.
Yep. Happy with 2?
Huh?
You happy with 2?
I'm happy with 2.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
All right, 2 efforts, just like that.
2 down.
2 down.
It's a little bit better every time.
Yeah, it was better.
It was better. I sat like absolute junk in turn 3.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still got it done.
Well, I was like super uncomfortable when I sat, but we're already like entering the bend and I'm like, I'm not going to try and move when we're mid-bend.
Yeah.
So I just kind of held on to a shit spot on the seat.
Hey, you made it work.
Until we got onto the straight and then kind of readjusted and brought it home. So yeah,
That was good. It was better, that one. So
yeah, little bit by little bit.
a little bit of confidence for next week.
Yeah.
Knowing that Brisbane's a lot easier to ride than Perth. So
Oh yeah, super rock.
yeah, I heard your bottom bracket. Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean if we can get pretty close to on the money here, then we know we're going to be there and it's going to be the least of our worries.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good.
All right. Wrap it up.
Yeah, we'll have a little rest and then wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
All right, we're rolling. Wednesday done, session done. It's even hotter out here now.
It is.
But we love it.
We do.
I think this is going to be a pretty short video considering that I managed to not capture our second effort up on the track, which is a shame because like we said in between in the little interlude when we came down is that each effort is just going to be getting better and better and better as we start to reintroduce the tandem work back in, and it definitely was. We said it was going to happen, and it definitely was better than the first one. And it would have been great to capture that for the audience that's watching, but unfortunately missed out on it. But
That's all right. Technical difficulty. I made a bigger one last week. It's all right.
yeah, it's all right. We'll find our feet with all this stuff again.
Yeah, we will.
But yeah, good. I think a good like way to finish the session, which then carries the momentum into Friday and then into next week as well. So yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, it was good. It was better. The first one, I don't know if you heard me say it down there, but yeah, it felt like a bit of a bucking bull. Like it just felt like it was kind of very bouncy and a bit all over the place. But as Shane kind of said to us, I just got to find that pocket and that rhythm that we both haven't done this in a little while, so it's kind of to be expected, which definitely got better by that second one. And yeah, I think the more we kind of keep doing these efforts and keep training, because the reality is I only started training again in January, which was only 4 weeks ago, and you started training about October-ish, November, October.
Yeah.
We've only ridden the tandem
A handful
3
of
times since Paris. So it's like,
Yeah.
again, we can't really expect to be our top peak level. And this was something I was chatting with my psych about last night, just even going into this competition too. It would be ill of us, or even just myself and my perception of going across to racing. I don't know how you feel, which I'm sure you'll tell me in a sec, but can't go to Oceania's next week with these high expectations, like, oh, I want to do this and ride these times, because I haven't done the work, haven't trained, haven't done the work. So if I go in with these expectations, it's only going to set me up for failure, which is only going to lead to me to being disappointed. Whereas at least going into the competition, be like, I don't actually know what we can do. I know that we haven't really spent much time together on the bike, that this will kind of just be the benchmark. Like, just accept it for what it is. It might be good, it might not be good, it might be surprised, I might not be surprised, but it's just go there, accept it for what it is, and it gives us a base point. Okay, now from here, we can continue to build over the course of the season and honestly the cycle as well, because like it's, you know, the beginning of a 4-year cycle. So it's like, in the scheme of things, it's not critical, it's not crucial, but it's also hard to switch off that mindset of going and performing, because again, I've written stuff about this before, that you can't hide from the stopwatch. Like, you're on display. You go out, you ride, and the time will show on the scoreboard. You either did or didn't do the work, and we haven't done the work. Well, I haven't done the work. So there's part of me that's like, I'm expecting it to not be like a good time, but then I can also be pleasantly surprised as well. But it's just juggling that mindset kind of going into next week, and even just the sessions that we're doing as well. Like, I know Monday we did some starts again, and no, they didn't feel like our starts pre-Worlds, pre-Paris, but for where we are and what we've done, it probably is good. But it's just trying to learn to switch off that really intense, high performance, highly critical side of my brain. It's hard to kind of navigate right now, so that's why going into next week, it's very much like just, it will be what it will be. It's more about just kind of going, executing processes, getting into a rhythm again of being around that race environment, which we've discussed and kind of mentioned many times before, plus an opportunity just to catch up with friends too. So just from a social perspective as well, be really good. But yeah, that's where I kind of felt today has built towards next week, but also the expectations of what we're working towards in the next, the next few months, effectively.
Mate, I think you definitely hit the nail on the head there. I definitely mirror some of those thoughts around like expectations coming into the competition. I'm finding at the moment that everybody's asking me like, oh, what are your goals? What are your goals for this competition? And because the people in my circle have an expectation of me being as like fiercely optimized for a competition like we were in Paris. So everyone keeps going, what are your goals? What do you want from it? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to necessarily expect. And I think that's okay right now as well, is to not have that ridiculous amount of pressure. But you are right when you say that it is really hard to turn off that side of the brain, because that's what got us to that point as well. And we spent so much time in the lead into Paris in that sort of mindset and in that position, that like now coming into a competition which is like, it's still a pretty high level competition
for sure,
that we're going to, but it's not like,
it's not our target.
It's not our target, and it's not our time to be getting to the highest of heights where we plan on being later in the year and then into 2026 as well. So yeah, it is a bit of a strange feeling, but definitely looking forward to getting across there and just kind of enjoying it and seeing what happens. You never know. So even like I was saying last night, it's not like myself, and I'm sure you're the same, that it's not like you to go to a competition without a goal. And like you said, people ask like, what's your goal? And it's like, I don't actually have one. Like I really don't. And for like, I'm someone that very much operates on needing and craving structure and something to work towards and something to kind of keep pushing towards, which that then ties in with the motivation and all other factors and stuff as well. And I don't have that at the moment, because I don't actually, now is not the time to do that, because again, as I said, I know it's a long build and a long few months ahead. We need to be good in 8 months' time, not in 1 week's time. So it's also kind of just managing expectations and managing like mental fatigue as well. So kind of, again, that's why it's a bit of a tricky place to kind of navigate the expectations and the realities and then the goals as well. But I know that this will kind of give us the baseline that then we can go, okay, now we have something to work towards for nationals, that we can say this is what we did in Brisbane at Oceanias, and then we're back there in 6 weeks' time. Okay, where is the progression? What's the rate of trajectory that we're back on? And then that will then continue to build into the confidence. Then when we have a bit of a break after nationals and we come back and we go, okay, now is prep into Worlds or whatever. It's like, okay, we've got 20 plus weeks. We can kind of be a bit more focused and dialed in, because I was even thinking too in terms of training programs and stuff, it's like, as much as you want to be locked in and dialed and training, it's like you can't do that for more than like 20 weeks, I reckon, because anything longer than that you just get fatigued and get burnt out. So if we were to do like
40 weeks of just build, it's like you're going to burn out. Like it's just, you're just going to crack at the time that you need to be kind of doing that. So it's also just knowing, I guess that comes from experience as well. Again, doesn't mean that it's easy to switch it off, but it's just pull back a bit, low expectations, just ride the wave of emotions that will come anyway, because we are our own worst critics being athletes, and that's normal and that's okay. But again, just ride that wave of whatever comes from seeing the times that we do, and then just go, okay, yes, from here, it's progression, it's moving forward, and then we kind of keep, in a sense, optimizing and keep working towards those bigger goals that we have later down the line. Because we do have goals, just don't have goals for the immediate current point in time.
Yeah, and I think it's going to make it easier later in the year when we do get back to doing like 3 tandem sessions a week and hitting it really hard.
Yeah.
Because we haven't been hitting it like from straight away.
Yeah.
I think if we did come back and get straight on the tandem 3 sessions a week, like in October, November, it would have been really challenging to be able to like continue that same trajectory all the way through to October and then into 2026 as well. Whereas I think this is the smartest way of doing it, building that really strong foundation and being able to manage mental fatigue as well through the back end of this year when we're going to be re-optimizing again for peak performance. Yeah.
Yep. Very
so
good.
Another couple of sessions for the week, definitely well and truly in the taper. We're coming out here doing just a couple of efforts and then going home. Same in the gym, a couple of sets on each exercise. Usually we'd have a longer taper, but it's just a short one this time.
Well, you can't taper if you haven't built the work beforehand.
True.
For me anyway.
Yeah, yeah, true. You still get to taper.
This is a deload week, that's all it is. It's a deload.
Yeah. But yeah, a couple more sessions and then we're off. So the next episode will be coming to you from
Brisbane.
Yep, the Animeers Velodrome. Hopefully we can get on the track and capture some track footage up there as well, and hopefully I can press record when we're up there as well.
There we go.
But yeah, it'd be nice to get out there. I really like riding Brisbane. Obviously haven't been there myself personally in 2 years. 2 years.
It's 2 years.
Dang, it's 2 years. And that was when you and I hadn't had as much experience together as well. And I'm looking forward to getting on with a lot more knowledge and a lot more of a strong foundation built in myself as an athlete as well, so I can kind of draw that comparison to where I was a few years ago to now, where it was one of my very first domestic trips heading across there. So it's almost exciting going back there with so much more experience. So
it was your first nationals?
Yeah, it was my first nationals. So yeah, it was still all very new to me, and I was still very green in the sport. Whereas now I feel like I'm coming in, like what I said, if you watched last week's episode, I feel like I can see a plan and I can see where things are heading. So I'm looking, I can see what the next week and a half is going to look like. It's not so much of an unknown now. So yeah, bring it on.
Yep, very good.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right.
See you in Brisbane.
Yep, see you next week.
Cool. Thanks, mate.